It's not even really a question at this point. It's just Nina Reeves' House of Lies. This woman, I'm pretty sure I probably said this before at some point, but it bears repeating because, at this point, why not? Nina is holding a lot of secrets, okay? Between the Sasha stuff, between the SEC stuff. What else is she hiding? Sasha stuff, SEC stuff. There's something else, and I can't remember what it is. But there's three things that she's there hiding. Sasha. I don't know. Right now, I'm actually drawing a blank. But the point is, she's holding a lot. She's holding a lot of secrets. What's good, Blackmon? Thank you for joining today. I know Saturday is a little weird. Well, Saturday in the daytime. Spiderquake was good. Saturday in the daytime's a little bit weird. But since I didn't come on here yesterday, I think I'll come on here for about an hour. I'm on here for about an hour. If you are a member, I'll be coming back at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Oh, thank you, Spiderquake. Yeah, I'm doing better. Thank you. What do you think of Obi-Wan Rami? When he's not over the top, I think he's actually a great catcher. When he's not doing stuff over the top, he's a great catcher. Don't get me wrong, he's funny, but there's times he can be his own worst enemy. He can be his own worst enemy. I'll sit there and say that much. Yeah, no, thank you, Spiderquake. Yeah, no, I'm a lot better. I just knew yesterday that I was not in a good headspace. So, and I knew if I was in a good headspace to sit there and entertain other people, then there was really no point of me being on. You need your rights. He hit on a what? Oh, okay, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad if that's true. That's pretty bad. Quick says I just watched this YouTuber I'm sub to and is learning how to swallow a pill. And he and his what's the name of this YouTuber though? What's the name of this YouTuber, Quick, if you don't mind me asking? I know right now James is on. He's on he's on his live, so I was like, let me come on. I mean, here's the thing. Listen, my crappy day started off at work, and then it just got worse. And what's good, Andrea? I was worried if I was even going to be able to do my general hospital review, but Spyquick says love live service. Okay. I thought you was gonna sit there and say, you already subscribed to James, right? You're subscribed to JLJ Media, right? But yeah, I want to sit there and see how everyone. Okay, yeah, you're subscribed to him. Okay, good. Yeah, I want to see how everyone's doing tonight, though. I mean, today. See, this is what happens when you come on. You have a fixed time and a fixed schedule. Oh, by the way, because right now I'm using my cell phone. I can actually do a live stream for members on my cell phone. I wasn't able to do that before. Queen of the South was good. I am actually doing a lot better. How are you doing? And De Haviland's in the chat. Was good, De Haviland. Quick says, whenever I'm sick, I can't do medication. It takes so long. Yeah, it used to be a problem for me as far as if I had to sit there and swallow a pill, any pill. It took me a while to sit there and get used to it. Try Jenna. Oh my God, it's so good to see you again. See? Coming on in the afternoon, get some different people. Quick says, I can't do pills, and in liquid, I can't either. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sucks. Emily's in the chat. Was good, Emily? Oh, you know, you gotta sit there and ask about the Queen. You know how I was gonna ask about the Queen. But yeah, and I honestly thought Georgina says, "What's been going on? What's been going on? Fun stuff, drama in the chat, more fun stuff, you know." Spy Quick says, "I'm happy I get sick once a year." How's everything going with you, though, Georgina? Yeah, I think it was. I wasn't even sick. I was more. I just had a bad day. That's pretty much what it came down to. My day was so bad that I wound up going to sleep at 7 o'clock. No, at 7:30. I think at 7:30 at night. I wound up going to sleep at 7:30. I wanted to finish Anasoka. I think that's her name, Anasoka. And I just was it was it was not happening. Research was not happening, and there's only two times that I actually will not sit there and have research, and that is when I am super sick and where I am just mentally not in a good place, and those were the two. But today's a lot better, so I'm happy about that. Yes, Nina's House of Lies. Spike Quick says literally I had to mute my TV. That Sabrina. You know, we don't talk about that. Trajana says I have my daughter. However, it was extremely easy, so it's been a little difficult. Oh, it's been extremely. It was extremely early. Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoping that your daughter's doing good though. Davlin says I'm sick. It's post nasal drip. Yeah, I Benadryl. Well, for me, I use Benadryl now. Even though Benadryl, the side effects, like it knocks me. It knocks me like there's no tomorrow. Like it makes me super drowsy. That's what happened on Monday when I did the I did my collab with Joshua. I took Benadryl. So quick says any type of medication for me is hard to take. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, this is interesting now. This is interesting. I feel like I can do more members. Like if I go to certain places or whatever, and I just want to sit there and talk about member stuff, I can actually go on members. I can actually use the members live stream on my cell phone, and I'm very happy about that because I wasn't able to do that before. So good stuff. Yeah, I have big pills that are hard for me to take as well, Andrea. I know I keep just mispronouncing your name at this point, but yeah, so we have that going on. And like I always sit there and say, we talk about all the soap operas, GH, YNR, Days, and BMV. Georgina says, so Nina's still been lying and holding more secrets. Oh, that's the other thing. Thank you, Georgina. Yes, there's that. Well, I feel like there's a third one now, too. There's the SEC. There's Sasha. Oh, and Charlotte. That's a new one. Yeah, so we got the Charlotte thing. We got the Charlotte thing. We got the SEC thing. We got because I think I went to the doctor. I'm not sure. Like 3 or 4, and so you mean at a time? Because I can only do like one at a time. I know some people they could do like about 3 or 4. I can only do one at a time. Yes, I forgot the Charlotte thing and the Sasha thing. And she got to sit there and keep all those secrets. She got to keep all those secrets until her wedding day. No, like age 3 or. Oh, okay. So quick says Nina got like 10 lives. Yeah, she juggling them. She is definitely juggling them. I'll say that much. Emily says all Nina's secrets are going to come out sooner or later. Yeah, probably around the time of the wedding. Because here's the thing, they're not gonna stop the wedding. So all those secrets are gonna come out, but they're gonna come out. I wonder what excuses people will come out with this time. A lot. A lot. Oh, by the way, how's the audio? By the way, how's the audio? Very curious about how the audio is. Before I came here, yes, thank you, Andrew. Yes, make sure you hit the. Thank you, Spider Quake, and thank you, Emily. Davlin says, Albert, what do you think about Charlotte messing with Anna? What is Valentine gonna do about his? He needs to do something. Okay, he needs to do something. I think it's just the lashing out part though. And thank you for the audio check, Spider Quake and Emily. I think she's just lashing out if that's the case. I think she's just straight up lashing out. She wants to sit there and be with her dad. She's constantly getting shoved around from one place to the next. She needs therapy. Let's be honest. That's what she needs to get help. Yep, exactly. I knew you was gonna say that, Spider Quake. Yes, I watched James Lott Jr. like bun. Okay. Is that a man bun? Is that what you snipped there saying? Yeah, no, I know he's on. I know he's on. Yeah, I was gonna get my hair cut, and I'm still probably gonna go. I probably want to go in after I do the live. Um, I probably want to go in after I do the live. I'll probably go because if I don't do it today, I guess I can do it tomorrow. I guess. I don't know. I wanted to sit there and do a collab with oof. I wanted to sit there and do a collab with Danny Bear. Emily says, What states does everyone live in?" I'm in Georgia. Well, I'm in New York. I know that much. I'm in New York. It's a good question. What states does everyone live in? Davlin says, "I don't think Crazy Nina and Sonny will get married." Yeah, probably not. You know what it was, Spider Quake? He was just very extra. Ambassador Sam was good. How you doing today? He was very extra. Laura B's in the chat. What's good, Laura B? He was very extra. Okay, and she was meant to try. Oh, you live in Connecticut? Okay. Ambassador Sam is in New England. He was just extra. Emily says originally from Winchester, Massachusetts. Okay, I know somebody that lives in Massachusetts. I know a few people that live in Mass. But yeah, he was just extra. He was just extra. He was all over the place. I was like, bro, you need to calm down. He was like, oh, we gotta sit there and pack. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. I'm like, she literally said that she was doing. Oh, you're in Columbus. The amazing, gorgeous Queen Janet is in the chat. I like this time of day for Saturday. Oh yeah, thank you, Janet. Yeah, no, I plan on coming back on tonight, but I want to do something for everyone because I didn't get a chance to do anything yesterday. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's very quick, but yeah. So let's everyone say what's up to Janet. Gorgeous Janet is in the chat. He was just extra. And you know what I did, and I said this in my review, but I'm like, bro, how you gonna sit there and get third row seats? How you gonna get seats in the third row, bro? You're rich. There is no reason for you to sit there and get my dude should be sitting there getting front row seats, not third row. Like, what do you mean third row? You able to sit there and get to the hottest restaurant in town, and you tell me that you're only able to do. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, see, even Janet says that Spencer was over the top. My dude he was extra. He was extra. I'm not gonna lie. He was over the top. Um, and of course Drew. Ah man, Navy SEAL training, right? Yeah, he was extra. Thank you, Ambassador Sam. Thank you. You know, I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. Emily says I really don't pay attention to Spencer scenes. Yep, I remember I read that in your comment yesterday. Spike, like I remember I read that in your comment yesterday. I was just like, man, he got that Navy. And you know, what's really gonna annoy me on Monday. Carly, Carly's not there looking at Sonny like you're supposed to protect him. No, honestly, tell you the truth, screw your feelings, Carly. Thank you, Lobby. Thank you. Yeah, no, I just my whole thing is like I knew if I couldn't come here and like entertain people, like I wasn't in a good mood, and I want to make sure people are having a good time. So if I'm not having a good time, then I know other people aren't going to do it either. And it is just one of those things where it's like it was better for me to just sit there and just chill than to do a live stream and just be in a bad mood. So, I'm very, very happy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, you saw us quite quick. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to live stream. Was generally, I was generally upset that I didn't actually live stream. Yeah, I didn't ever watch All My Children. Oh, Devlin. Emily says, in my opinion, they need to take Sonny down and let him sit in jail for a while. Still, like, suck it up. I don't know about that, Spider Quake. Um, yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people. You're not the first person who said that. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people still feel that way. Um, yeah, she got all angry and was like, "You're supposed to protect them." I'm like, bro, shut your ass up. Like, I'm trying not to curse at this point. I mean, this video isn't monetized anyway. Um, but still, I don't know. Spike Creek says, "Are we sure this is the real Drew?" That's funny. Big Nate is in the chat. What's good, Nate? Emily says, "I love the whole Ryan and Greeley." Yeah, missed me with that one. That was the one show I didn't watch. I watched all the other ones, which is really odd. Also, if you're coming in, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help. It gets new people into the chat. Like Emily, she's new and she's been here for a hot minute. Lobby says, "How do you feel about the reveal that Deacon?" Yeah, that was wow. That was exactly. Oh my god, I was just like, what? I wanted to talk about that so much. Well, Lord B, he would have been, he would have been, you know how Ron is. You know how Ronnie Ron is. Um, but yes, I was shocked. I see. This is actually the reason why I want to come on Friday. But okay, cool. Well, yeah. Hopefully, Emily. Hopefully, he'll come through and do like another scene or whatever. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I like that. They got so many different. They got so many. They got so many different tributes that they got to sit there and do. It's not even funny. Um, well, technically, they only really have one since Billy isn't Drew anymore. But they did show a picture of him. I don't know if they actually showed a picture of him on General. They did on Young and Restless. They did on Young and Restless. Yeah, I saw that quite quick. I also saw somebody made a comment about that, like, "Oh man, I hope that doesn't happen." I'm like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. They didn't just show that point. They didn't show that scene for nothing. You know. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting. Um, but yeah, I really thought that was like, I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, I was like, wait, what do you mean Deacon has something to do with that? Like, that was honestly, tell you, that was a really good cliffhanger. Really quick says, well, Billy didn't die yet during the making of those next few weeks. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about though. They're gonna show like a picture towards the end. Though Robin Starr was big in 1995. That's funny too, because I started watching it. I thought you so as plays bisexual. I thought no, bisexual means you go both ways. That means you go both ways. Devlin, the shelter. Cat ladies in the chat. No, I want Christina to break up Josh and Dex. Sounds like Cat Lady's gonna be sniffing one to smoke from the Jex fans. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean I have to check it out. Anyway, you know, she is on point, Spike Craig. She is. She is on point. Oh wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Devlin. I'm sorry to hear that. Lashanta's in the chat. What's good, Lashanta? And Rihanna's in the chat. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? I think you're starting to get it, Cat Lady. I think you're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. Also, if you're not subscribed to Cat Lady, definitely subscribe to her. I said a comment underneath. I said a comment underneath your Well, I'm glad to hear that, and Ariana, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to be here. Georgina said Jocelyn Dex still together for somebody so hell bent on destroying Sunny and so against the mob. Now yes, and I agree with that. No, Cat Lady, you look good. I was like, okay, all right. Oh, Cat Lady look good. I'm saying. Lashanta said Portia so fake. Curtis made me mad. Oh, you mean because he ratted out on his daughter? Ariana says, I hope you're better. And yes, yes. It was needed. It just, it wasn't a good day. And I was not going to sit there and take my negative, I wasn't going to sit there and carry my negative energy into the live stream. That's something I was not going to do. You know, that's something I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to do it. Lashanta says, how deep can get you out? Yeah, that was crazy. That was genuinely effing crazy. I really sat there. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Kelly says I have my cat ears. I said they're going to really think I'm crazy. Well, you look good, so you can get away with it. Yes, thank you, Ariana. I'm much better today. But it was just one of those things where it was just like I went to bed at 7. I went to bed like 7:40 at night. I went to bed at 7:40 at night. Like it was. Davlin said this Christina is going to be Molly and TJ Sargis. Something is going to happen, and Christina. Yep. I agree. Lashanta says Spencer nonchalant about school. Yeah, I mean he doesn't have to really care that much about school. He's rich. Ariana says, apparently, as far as Nina is concerned, her house of lies is huge and getting bigger. Yep, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that collapse. Danny's in the chat. Was good, Danny? Lashanta said, I don't care about. Yep, join the club. It's a big club, Lashanta. You, me, and pretty much like half of this damn chat, if not all. But Danny, how you doing today, though? How's everything in your world? Lashanta said, Trina care though. My whole thing is, let's pretty quick with that. It's like, it's not even about the looks. It's more just about the character, and they're not writing her well. They're writing her obnoxious. And it's just the whole Molly storyline feels odd, maybe because I don't like how she's played. Yeah. Wait, did Spencer finish school or did he get kicked out? That's a good question, Cat Lady. Emily says Sunny's gonna leave Nina. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yes, and that's very true. Charlotte is a cast iron. I know people keep saying that the reason why she's doing all this stuff is because she's a cast iron. It's like she's doing all this stuff because she needs therapy. That's why she's doing all this stuff. She's doing all this stuff because she needs therapy. Bobby says, I care, but I don't blame the people that don't Molly. It's getting so insufferable. Hmm? Oh, um, Ariana, I'm gonna do something with chocolate. Devin says, what do we think about Portia and Curtis? I think most of the people in the chat don't like Portia and they don't like Curtis. Um, I'm not a fan of. How am I doing? I'm not a fan of Kurt. I'm not a fan of Curtis. I mean, I'm not a fan of Portia, obviously. I think at this point, I am not a fan of hers. Emily says Charlotte is a cast on Spencer. Lashota said Robert close with Anna, but he needs to let Diane know that. My thing is no. Diane needs to sit there and stop messing with Robert. Stop giving him the time of the day. He is too close to another ex, and and this is something that I've sat there and said. If you're trying to get with somebody who is that friendly with their ex, just stop. Just stop. Oh, it is very interesting area. I never actually had that. I never actually had that before. Ariana. So I may actually have to try one day. Kylie says, G just pushed Portia right over to the villain side. You think so? I've heard people say that. I heard people say that before. Georgina says, remember when Spencer terrorized Ava and Nick because his papa was. Good point. Good point. But that's more of a. I see what you're saying though. And a child together, and I get that, Emily. But again, for people that are trying to get with someone, like Diane's trying to get with Robert, right? And she needs to sit there and just stop because it's like, or close, it's nothing. It doesn't matter. It's it's to tell you the truth. It's just the feeling of it. It's just the feeling of it. Because at the end of the day, you're always gonna sit there and feel like a third wheel, and nobody wants to. Nobody exactly no exactly Ariana. No one wants to feel like that. There are way. Here's the thing. There's way too many people out there that you can be with. Why put yourself in that situation? Lorby says, I'm happy that Curtis is getting better at his. Yeah. Calculator says, when Trina finds out how cozy her mom and Esme has been. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. I'm not. I said that on Friday. I'm like, I don't understand how you're that chummy with somebody who almost threw your daughter in jail for a crime she didn't commit. Trajana says we all know Charlotte was a demon spot, and even when she was little, yeah, she was a bully. No one likes bullies. Lorby says I can't blame it for being upset. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Emily says when Patrick and Serena were together, no one liked it. Heard that Morgan has soon to be with Pikeman. Or you think that's gonna wind up happening? So you're gonna get Morgan back? And LaShanta said, poor Drew. He knew the risk. He knew the risk. He constantly kept talking about that Navy SEAL training. I'm a Navy SEAL. Okay. He's a Navy SEAL that's literally taking a nap. So Ariana says Portia is a piece of work. Her house of cards will come down as well. Yeah. You said a piece of work. I'm like, she's a piece of something. But yeah, Emily, I just no. No, 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 no. Georgiana says, I do hate the fact that anytime Curtis is an a hole, they find a way for us to pity him. LaShanta says, so they are still trying to get Carly to flip her. Yep, they're still trying. And she's like, no, I'm not doing it. Ariana says Charlotte is a little creepy. There could be great content if written well. Needs someone younger. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Robert can keep old Diane. I agree. I agree, Emily. Dolly, listen to the stream on my way home from work. What is good, Dolly? By the way, if you are not a member, become a member. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna be doing a live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's like I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, should I get my hair cut today, or should I get it done tomorrow? Because I do want to watch this movie tonight. And I don't know how long. I don't know how long I'm gonna be at the barbershop for. But I also want to sit there and maybe do a live stream with Danny Bear. Danny says, hey Albert, back on YouTube full time, but has not gotten any views or subs. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. You get there. Honestly, tell you, Danny, just be consistent. Just be as consistent as you can. Bobby says, what are you looking at? Oh no, I'm looking outside to see if it's because it's raining in New York. Emily says, get your hair done tomorrow. Yeah, that's the most I'm gonna do. That's mostly what I'm gonna do tomorrow. LaShanta says Billy is Phyllis' only friend. I hate that. Or you think that Phyllis actually has more friends? But yeah, no, Danny. Yeah, just be someone. Cause it's going to take time. It's going to take time. You just got to put out the content. Also, use hashtags. Use some hashtags. That also does help as well. LaShanta said, "Good for Kyle. He's mad at Audra for looking out for herself." I don't. I don't know how mad he actually was though. It's always nice and sunny here in Georgia, and it's the yeah. No, it's rainy. Is it just looks like crap. It looks like crap outside. Georgina says, "Well, Carly was involved in the mob and rolled with the punches this long. She's just as guilty as like flipping on Jason in a way." And last day is in the chat. What's good, last day? Thank you everyone for coming through. I know this Saturday is a little bit different, you know. It's a little bit different on Saturday. But Daphne said Emily. Okay, but yeah, it's oh, New Jersey, yeah. Yeah, so you know, I'm in New York, so you already know. It's not as bad, but it's like, you know what, I'll go tomorrow. I think if anything, maybe I'll just go to after the live stream, I'll go to Dunkin' and get me something, a latte or something. Yeah, Shanta. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what that will is. It's gonna be interesting to see what that will is. Emily says the weather is windy. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm liking Vivian so far. I do. I like Vivian. I don't know why I like Vivian, but I like Vivian though. So the first order of business when she came in that house, she was like, "Everybody, get your ish and get the f up on out my house." I'm like, I'm loving it. Ariana says it's like a chilly Halloween night. Hmm. Ariana says, when I came up on your stream for the first time, I stayed because your content was real and you were just you. You were different as so is Brock. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. No, not. I mean, not yet. Maybe tonight. Davlin, but it's like 3 o'clock in the. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, I know it's the weekend, but no. But thank you, Ariana. Thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate that. I generally do love what I do. I really do. That's why I decided to not do the live stream yesterday because I knew I was just not in a good mood to do it. Lorby says no, no, I didn't. Also, who got a new intro? Kyrie's got a new intro. That's something. I gotta sit there and check out Brock's live stream. I mean his intro. Lashanta says Brady's arrogant. I didn't feel like he was in some ways he was going some there was times with Teresa he was going a little bit too far. But like when he sat there and was like, leave me alone, I don't want you in my room, people took offense to that. And I'm like, if it was a woman, if it was if the roles were reversed and Brady was sitting there kept begging Teresa to sit there and come in her room. Emily says Lindsay Hartley needs to come back on days. Ariana says I think a person can tell you like it. Thank you. Yeah, he showed it to me a little bit before. He showed it to me on set on yesterday. It's actually really good though. It's fire. Dolly says Vivian is a fun villain, and this isn't even Vivian at a 10. She, she's not even at a 10. Oh, Lori, you saw? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I like her so far. I like her. She's fun. She's definitely what Dave needed. Lashanta says she says she's been raised her son by herself. Yeah. Yeah, you can send that. You can send that Danny. Emily says she played Gabby's sister. Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, send me the link though. Um, honestly, I'm gonna be honest though. I need you. Here's the thing. If I do sit there and like promo you, okay, all right, I'll check it out, Danny. But if I do sit there and promo you on the channel, I need you to sit there and be on. I need you to be on YouTube for like at least a month because I'm not gonna be sitting there sending people over, and then you decide that you want to sit there and quit YouTube after 2 weeks. So if you're on there a month, then I'll definitely sit there and send people your way. You know. So that's the deal. Just be on there for a month, and I'll send people over here. I have no problem doing that. Shanta said, "I didn't even know Brady had another child." Yeah, it's pretty much mostly all about Rachel. You know, it's all about Rachel. Which is actually pretty messed up when you start to think about it. You know, Seriously, you stop thinking about it. It's kind of messed up. He spends way more time with Rachel. He barely. I mean, I know he doesn't live there, but I'm like, I don't know. There's something about it. I feel like, yeah, Emily has 2 kids. I feel like when Tate grows up, he's gonna have resentment. He's gonna have resentment for his dad. He's gonna have resentment towards Rachel. Yeah, Lashante. He's gonna have a resentment towards them, mostly towards Brady. You know. Dolly says, I think the problem with Brady is that he's been going on Teresa so hard that even if he's right, he looks like a jerk. Brady should have given the same energy to Kristen, but yes, and I agree with that. I agree with that. The only pass that I give him is when he was there saying that he didn't want Teresa to be in his room because she kept him there pushing and pushing and pushing. And again, we all know if the roles were reversed and if it was a man snitcher doing that, people would have been calling him a pig and a horn dog and everything else. So I didn't mind that part. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You're not actually not wrong, Dolly. Devlin says I can't wait for Sasha and Cody to get their revenge on Gladys and the doctor. Sonny can find out what Gladys and the doctor did to Sasha. Yeah, we're all looking forward towards that. We are all. I know I am. But I also think this though. This is like the best stuff that they've given Sasha. Then he says, okay, we'll be on YouTube for a few months. Tried to get my channel going big, but YouTube closed my first account. The reason not leave my channel, they deleted my channel. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand why they did that, but um, yeah, man. Like I said, be on there for a month. Just do it up. Just understand that it takes time. It's not some people they can do it in this instant, but other people it just takes time. You know. And honestly, tell you the truth, Danny, the most important part is just to have fun. If you have fun doing it, everything else is going to fall into place. Emily says Kristen whole family is full of villains. Hmm. I don't know about Chad, maybe. Lobby says can't wait for. We all looking forward towards that. And Lashata says where's Liesel? That's a good question. That is a good question. And you know the really sad thing is they can use Liesel. They can use Liesel. Liesel and Willow can sit there and get close. They can do that. Dolly says I think Brady couldn't have Tate around Kristen when he was with her. Kristen literally stole Tate out of Teresa's room when she was pregnant. Kind of like, oh, that's bad. That's bad. The shot said I'm glad Scotty's back, but he's shady. How is he shady? I mean, I don't think that him trying to placate to Lucy in her delusions is a good idea, but I don't understand how he's shady though. Kristen Ramirez says I was a fan of Curtis. I love his friendship with Billy Miller's Drew. Yes, it's funny, Kristen, because you said I was a fan. What happened? What happened to change your mind? I was a fan. Okay, I was a fan. Davin says what happened to Brad, Lucas, and Felix. I think we all know what happened with them. Danny said try put a few shorts before they only give me one view or 4 views to leak my videos and doing wrestling and soap shows. Put a new wine up soon. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Like I said, I want you to have fun, Danny. I want you to have fun. Um, I don't understand that. Like they gave you a limit of like one shorts. I don't get that. I mean, I put out 4 reviews sometimes a day, and I don't get it. I usually do that before, even before I got I don't get it. He would do something strange for a little change. Oh, okay. Jackie P's in the chat. Nobody named Chad can be a villain. That name does not. Yes, exactly. Emily says, I was never a fan of Elizabeth, but I like her with Lucky. Yeah, those days are gone. Cat Lady says, Doctor will be back just in time to pick up all the pieces of her niece. Yep. What's good, Jackie P? What is good? How are you doing today? Like I said, oh, okay. I think we're somewhat good on likes. We got 15 likes. We got 26 people in the chat. So, if you're enjoying the stream, you know what to do. Trigenis is not sure what Sasha did in the past life, but she doesn't deserve all this. It's giving her some of the best stuff, though. See, that's my whole thing, Trigena. Like, I'm loving the Sasha stuff now. I know some people feel like it's too dark and it's depressing and stuff, but I'm enjoying it though. I'm enjoying it. Hell, they need to do something like that with Willow. I know that they gave her the whole sick story and everything like that, but that was just depressing. That was just depressing. Emily says if only to bring Lulu back. I heard that they will. Well, there's rumors Smith is saying that they will. Liz do the most, but watch, she's the leader now. Ariana says we know how I feel about Elizabeth. However, I did like her with Lucky till he was broken. Oh yeah, no, trust me, Ariana. I know exactly how you feel about Liz. I know exactly how you feel about Liz. I remember back in the day, it used to be Liz versus Sam, like the Liz fans versus the Sam fans. I like Sasha and she's doing it well. Yeah, she's killing it. Nate said, just let you know, GH will be preempted for the MLB playoffs on October 3rd and 4th. Oh, okay. The 3rd and the 4th. Write that down. Okay. I guess my review list will be shorter that day. Lashanta says Claudia and the crazy fam. Kelly says, yeah, Lulu will be back to help. I heard she's coming back. Emily says I hate her with Jason O as well. Whatever Gladys says come in, hope is years worth. All right, Laura B, you have a good day. I look forward to seeing you later, hopefully in the members live stream. Dolly says we care about Sasha. Willow just works on nerves. My whole thing is like I don't get it with Willow. I don't understand the disdain for the character. I mean, I know people sit there and think that she's boring, so maybe that's it. But I don't know. I'm cool with her. Lashanta said, "Does anybody wonder where Claudia's at?" See, yeah, and that's a really good question because I've asked that before, and I remember they said that Charlotte, Claudia was dead or whatever, but it never really stuck out to me. And they did sit there and say they were gonna. Here's the thing: they said they were gonna look for Claudia, and then they dropped the storyline. I mean, like they dropped it, like they just expected people to sit there and have amnesia and just totally forget about it. So, but yeah. I do remember that. I remember they was saying because they wanted to try to take down Valentine at one point. They wanted to try to take down Valentine at one point. Somebody did. So they started trying to look for Claudia, but they just, yeah. I don't know. Joshua's in the chat. It's funny. I was just talking about you too. I was just talking about you. Joshua Cook, everyone. Lashanta said Claudia is the one who carried Charlotte. Yes. Yeah, they said we were gonna look for her, and then it was just like Claudia who? Joshua said, "I'm good. I'm going to do my review and recap for an art tonight." Yep, 9 o'clock, right? Right, Joshua, 9 o'clock. Yeah, I remember they said that, Emily. But then somebody got suspicious, and it was like they were gonna go out there to see what happened. Yep, no, Joshua, I remember. I remember because I like the fact that you actually have a schedule, an actual scheduled time. But yeah, Emily, they said they were gonna sit there and look for her anyway, and then they just dropped it. Because I remember that. I remember that. It was weird too, because it's almost like the writers expected us to forget, like literally, like we're just gonna sit there and forget. So Trajana says like what Shiloh did to Drew for Peter, like we're going to forget they just shut the storyline. Shanta says everyone Victor is not losing his mind. Entitled Vicky Planet sees about his health. And she keeps trying to use the whole the stress and stuff like. But to be fair, they're doing that on B&B with Eric about the stress about starting a new line. Emily says, and Johnny, sister Claudia was killed by Michael accidentally. That's very true. Very true. Um, and that's when Michael. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the thing. When they sent it, I remember when they sentenced Michael to jail, it was one of those things where it was just like, what? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that coming. When they sentenced Michael to jail, I did not see that coming. It was just like, oh my goodness. It's like your jaw, everything just dropped. Like you were so shocked. And granted, this was a time where I was just watching soap operas. I wasn't doing reviews or anything like that. But I do feel like if I was doing reviews, I wouldn't have actually had that moment of shock because somebody was sat there and told me. LaShanta says it was okay for Victor to fire Adam and relocate everyone but her. Yeah, that's our girl Vicky. Vicky. Devlin says I'm glad that Willow went back to work. I just wish they give her. Here's the thing. I wish that they give Emily. I wish that they give Willow some good stuff, some good storylines. Because that's here's the thing. That's the thing that's lacking for me is she doesn't have good stories. I know people are bothered by her, but they're bothered by her boringness. They actually give her stuff to do. Danny says Albert tried to get my short on Why Not today. You're gonna try to okay. All right. Well, I look forward to watching that. And that's useless to saying you're going to try to get your okay. Emily says he was a mayor and he was trying to help his mom and sister. Oh, he was a minor. Okay, I think I'm losing what you're talking about. I mean, granted, to be fair, I'm like talking to 28 people, but I don't know exactly what you're. Sorry if I missed your other comment before. But as far as pushing. Thank you, Black Monk. Thank you. Yes, we got 28 people in the chat. We got 17 likes. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the like button. Oh my goodness. Jakaris is a member. He's been a member for two months. Sarah on days. I I have sympathy for Sarah now. I have sympathy for Sarah now because I understand that Xander can sit there and flip at any point in time. So I understand why she's doing what she's doing. Um, I mean, it sucks, but I understand what she's doing. So I'm with it with Sarah. How about you, Jakaris? Lashanta says when Olivia puts all the pieces together on Nina, she will be fired. I don't know. I don't know if she'd be fired. She is co-owner of the hotel. I would, Emily, I would love for them to bring back Jerry Jacks. It would remind me of the good old Bob Guza days if they bring back Jerry Jacks. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would love that. I would love that. They had some good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cyrus is a good villain, so I'm cool with that. LaShanta says Olivia did the same thing, and Sonny shot his son. Olivia put the piece. Olivia did the same thing, and Sonny shot his son. Okay. Um, I don't. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of really well. I don't know if you're talking to me. I feel like those two sentences don't relate, but you might just be putting stuff out just to put it out. But that is awesome, though. Jakarta's actually been a member for 2 months. Lasanta says Crimson under Aurora, so she as good as fired. How? That's very true, Emily. How? Crimson is under Aurora, so she's pretty much good as fired. Yeah, I'm not really understanding that. You could be right. I don't really understand that. I'm very confused. Very, very confused. But yeah, Emily, that was a while ago. That was early 2000s. Like I said, the good old Bob Guza days. When they used to actually have like events, like when they actually had a budget. Like when they had a budget, they actually had events. Like the hotel fire and stuff like that. They had events. They don't have that anymore. Have a good night, DeHavilland. It was really good to see you, and you have a great weekend. But yeah. Emily says, "Yeah, Aurora owns Crimson because of Jack's Carly's ex-husband." Yeah, that's true. I'm not really understanding how is Nina going to be fired. That's the part that I'm not really getting. She's half owner of the hotel. I mean, granted, what happened does suck, but here's the thing. Why would she even be fired? I mean, not to sit there and kind of paraphrase what some other people were saying, but what she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything illegal, right? And I know it's going to sound like with so many other people, what two other people are listening to the same, but technically she just reported a crime, right? So Olivia wouldn't actually have any grounds to sit there and really fire her on. On top of the fact that again they're co-owners, so um, at the very least she'll just look like kind of a scumbag, to be honest. Emily says Sam can fire her from Crimson. Oh. think you're right. I think you're right, Emily. Man, it's a good thing that she's an heiress. But yeah, technically, I think that you're actually right about that. Ariana says Nina being fired is the least of her worries. I think she wiped the camera. Oh yes, maybe. No, she did. Yeah, she did. Emily says that she still works at Crimson. And she does. Yeah, she still works at Crimson. But yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Sam co-owns that. I don't know how the whole autonomy thing works though. No, I think you might be right. Lasanta says she was so spiteful and Drew was sent to jail. She will get fired and Maxie can hat her mad. What? Can have her job. Okay. I totally forgot. I was like, technically speaking, Sam could probably do that, and she would get fired. I miss her at. I have no idea what that's saying, Andrea. Um. Yes, I think you're absolutely right. I totally forgot about that. Mm-mm. Ariana says, "I'm ready for some pie." Yes. Tracy Steve's in the chat. What's good, Tracy? Um, I saw you over there at James' live stream. Is he still on? I can't tell because I'm using my phone, so I can't tell if James is actually still on. I might switch it up. I might get some apple pie. I haven't. Tracy says he's not on. Oh, okay, he is off. Okay. Yeah, I know he was on earlier. He was on earlier. Um, when I got home and I was waiting at the barbershop, he was on. Yes. I feel like I think like maybe the second week of October, I'm gonna try to take some time off. Not like a whole week, but like at least a couple of days though. I'm gonna take a couple of days off from work. Oh my God! Thank you so much. Thank you, Tracy Steve. Thank you. Oh my, seriously, thank you. Oh my God, I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you're on Weight Watchers, so yeah, no, that's for people that's not on Weight Watchers. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna get my hair cut today, and I was like, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna watch this scary movie tonight. I'm watch this. I think you're also starting to get it now, Tracy. You're starting to get it. Um, but yeah, and I was like, maybe, because that's the thing. I don't think like even if I do go tomorrow to go get my hair cut, it's not gonna take that long. And if I have time, I'll probably be able to do a live stream with Danny Bear. I'll be kind of close though if I do it, as long as it's not to 6 o'clock. Danny says I'll be going to put few short videos tonight. Okay. Well, I will definitely keep an eye out for them. I'll keep an eye out for them for you. Well, yeah. Danny? Are you still doing videos on Rumble though? Also, are you done with that? All right, Emily, you have a great night. It was good to see you again. It's really good to see you again. And Andrea says, "How you doing, Tracy?" for the third time. What a question mark. I don't know. I don't know, Andrea. I think she's doing good. I think she's all right. Lashanta says, "Does anybody remember Drew went to Nina with a deal for her to buy him out, be her own boss to buy Carly's part?" Yes, I do remember that. And she said no. Tracy says, "Sorry, she was saying how was I'm doing, but I wasn't paying attention. I was driving." Oh, no, it's fine, Tracy. I answered. I answered for you. I figure you already answered her two other times. I figure I should just answer for you at this point. And so, I just, Ariana, I'm pretty sure I have to ask him twice how she's doing. I'm pretty sure she's gonna say the same answer. She's a sweet girl, though. Oh yeah. No, that's what I said. She's sweet. Danny says, "Stick with you two for good." Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Exactly, Trace. Exactly. Right. Andrea is cool. But yeah, yeah, I was on James Live earlier. Like I wasn't on here, but like I was listening in a little bit. I was listening for a little bit. So I was surprised he was doing a live on Saturday. He usually has his events and stuff. Lashanta says Sonny's skipping on a lot. I mean, Sonny's skipping on a lot. He's not skipping on child support or anything like that. What is he skipping on? What are we agreeing to? I mean, I would like to agree too. What are we agreeing to? Yeah, it looks like garbage outside today. It literally looks like so dark and cloudy. Lasanta says he used to be aware when Carly left. Ah, okay. Alright. Slipping. Jesus Christ. I said skipping. Well, glad I cleared that up. I don't know why, but when I looked at it, I thought I saw a K. Lasanta says he had Carly followed. Danny says, "Have not seen James' video." Yeah, he did a live stream. Well, he did a live stream like maybe a few minutes ago. I mean, do you normally go on? Been busy trying to get my channel going. Yeah, no, it makes sense. It makes sense, Danny. It does. Trust me, it's very hard for me to sit there and try to find time to watch other people's channels when I'm doing so much on my own. You know. So trust me, I get. Listen, it's been a hot minute since I actually seen Brock TV's on review. So I get it. I didn't know that you used to actually go on this channel though. I didn't know that you used to go on this channel. So that's interesting. I think there's actually, I've noticed, in here, I think there's only actually a few people that watch all four of the soap operas. There's only a few people. Most people in here probably just the majority of people in here. I think everyone in here watches General Hospital. Lasanta says I'm over Curtis too. Hmm. Curtis does get on my nerves at times. Portia is still the worst, but Curtis definitely does get on my nerves sometimes. So yeah, I get that. What did he? Okay, well, Lasanta, what did he do this time? I think that's what it really. When it comes to his Curtis, it's more like what did he do this time? Not even what did he do. Just what did he do this time? I'm over. Andrea says I'm over Dante and Sam. Yeah, sometimes I feel like at least here's the thing with with Sam, they're actually giving her something to do now. I feel like sometimes with Kelly Monaco, it's like sometimes they don't know what to do with her character. Bring back Steve Burton, Andrea. That's funny. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against it, but I don't know the way that GH actually treated him. I don't know if he actually wants to come back. See, that's the thing. Bringing him back and him actually wanting to come back is two different things, and that's. Rashanta said Trina told Curtis she hadn't told Portia about her trip, and yeah, and I get it because if Portia would have found out that Curtis knew and didn't say anything, she would have been pissed. Ariana says Sasha's storyline has finally given Sam and Dante something to do. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like with her, sometimes they don't know what to do with Kelly Monaco. And the thing is, when they don't know what to do with a character, you can see it. And when they don't know what to do with Kelly Monaco character, everybody can see it. Hey, remember when Sam was actually going out with Patrick Drake? Remember that was actually a thing when Sam and Patrick Drake was actually going out because he just didn't know what to do with her character. Nate says when they put Sam and Patrick together, they were a snooze fest. They didn't know what to do with her. Lashanta says Trina's gone and that was between them. I get that, but to be fair, Portia is a mom, you know? And she has a right to know. And she would expect Curtis to sit there and say something, just like if Portia told Curtis, if Trina told Portia something, Curtis would want to know. Ariana says Steve said he's fine where he is. Where he is, he's saying he are saying that he keep peace where he's at. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, I don't. And that's the thing. Granted, I want Jason back, but I understand if he's like, you know what, I'm going where I'm at because they kicked him to the curb so fast when it came towards that shot. I'll sit there and say. Dolia says I'm kind of over Sam anyway. I always wish they sent Sam packing and had Kelly Monaco bring her Livy character back. Yeah, sometimes they just like I said, they don't know what to do with her. But yeah, it's just as Ariana says, and they have put Sam with some interesting love interest. Oh, and they have. But yeah, with the whole Steve thing, that dude ain't come back. He's happy where he is. Um, and like I said, the way that they dealt with with Steve and Engel. I didn't like. I didn't like that. Makai is in the chat. What's good, Makai? Ariana says delivery was amazing. Nothing like Port Charles. I will say it again. Oh, Port Charles is my show. What's good, Makai? Danny says, Albert, what time is it in New York? Over here is, yeah, I think that's probably the same time. It might be. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's the same time over here. It's the same time over here, Danny. Tracy said, "Geez, didn't treat Steve right. He should never go back." Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wasn't a fan of that. You know, I it's like you take the shot or you get fired. Which my issue is, it, people are Smith saying that he was selfish, but I'm like, how is he selfish? It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like him getting the shot doesn't protect him from actually getting it, and it doesn't protect him from transmitting it. So, like, what's the issue? You just want him to do it because I understood why the turnaround rate was going to be a lot faster if he did get it, but that's his choice. You know, apparently it wasn't his choice, and this is somebody who actually took the shot. Lashanta says Vicky Nikki Smith storyline the best. Oh, you mean the one like to live? Denny says born here in Mass, so grew up here too. Yeah, it's the same time. Dolly says Sam bores me with Jason. She lost herself. I miss Sadie. Grifter Sam, or what they bring Sam's villain era. It would give her something to do. It would make her character a lot more interesting. So I can agree with that. Yeah, sure, Andrea. I have no idea what you're thanking me for, but okay. Ariana says I would love to have Steve Burton back. Yeah, I wouldn't knock it. I wouldn't knock it. But I would understand if you wouldn't want to come back, you know. So I get that. But you know the thing is here's the thing, that wasn't the first time that Steve left. Okay, that was not the first time that Steve left. The last time that Steve left before this, he was on Young and Restless. And my Denise is in the chat. What's good, Denise? Danny says, and let's everyone say what's up to Denise. Danny says Steve never liked when he went to YNR. Yeah, he's the one that chose to go though. He's the one that chose to go. And yeah, let's everyone say what's up to Denise, my Denise. See, that's what happens when you hit the like button. It really is. We get new people to come in. And also, I want to thank everyone for anyone who's been sharing the videos. I really do thank y'all for that because that actually has been really helping out. Ariana says yes, if he would be happy, and you are correct. He left and came back before. Yeah, it is not his first rodeo. That might actually been his. This might actually been his third time. Except for the third time, he wasn't really. He didn't choose to leave. They chose to. Oh, he did, Lashanta? I didn't know that. But he chose to leave though. I mean, well, the third time they pretty much kind of fired him. Delia says, I like Steve will eventually. I feel like Steve will eventually. I feel like Steve will go back eventually. I think it's like when he was on YNR, Steve gets to play a new character for a while, and when he comes back, Jason will be fresh again. Yeah. I mean, like I said, here's the thing, I'm happy either way. I'll be happy either way. If he comes back, if he doesn't come back, I would understand why. But if he does come back, that'd be cool. Danny said, watch Days and G's, but Days doing good job on the storyline. Yeah, no, Danny, Days usually always kills it. Days, even the thing is, even their average, even at best, the episodes are average, which aren't bad. With GH, is either really good or just kind of boring. You know, they're not really. Sometimes I wish it was a little more consistent, but it's GH, and I feel like at that point I'd be asking for too much. It's like I just expect GH to just, well, to be honest, just be GH, more or less, just more or less on that. LaShawn says I love Steve, and he is Jason Morgan, but I doubt it. Well, I guess it also depends on the money too. Uh, Ariana said Jace swings to extreme sometimes. The great or awful, however, is my story. Yeah, for better or worse, I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. I've been watching the show for years, so. And Y&R is a little bit different because Y&R, at the very least, is a little intriguing. You know, at the very least, Y&R is a little bit intriguing. So when it's actually really good, I'm genuinely surprised. Like when it's like, whoa, actually, I sit down. I'm like, Y&R is actually pretty good today. It's not giving me Old and the Restless vibes. It's actually good today. Dory says it's good for souls to lose their crunch or their crush characters like Jason. Sometimes it forces them to be creative with the writing and other characters. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it still doesn't mean that we want them to. I I agree with that, but I still don't like the fact that we lost Jason. Um, on an emotional level. Ariana says yes. Poor Charles took me to GH. See, same, same, same. Ariana, is Poor Charles that got me in the GH. One Like to Live, and then I started watching Poor Charles, and then yeah, the only one I didn't watch was All My Children. Which I honestly tell you the truth, I feel like it was kind of a shame. Danny said what happened to J spin-off shows they had a long time ago. They got canceled. That's what happened. They got canceled. They had the night shift, which was really good, and then they had some other show which no one watched. So, but the night shift was good though. Not to the truth, I'm surprised. I mean, in some ways, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they actually canceled the night shift. Um, but I guess when you really think about it, it's like if you got to get a cable channel just to watch a spinoff, most likely you're just not going to do it. You're just not. You're not going to sit there. Like the night shift, it was good, but all right, sounds good, Andrea. I feel like there's a dirty joke in there somewhere, and I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. There's a dirty joke in there, but I'm not gonna go there. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I ain't doing it. Ariana says I watch All My Children because my soulmate and I did our college papers to soaps. Nice, nice. That's what's up. Dolly says I completely relate with how you feel about Jason. I wish we get Sammy back full time on days. Yes. And that's the thing, though. Like on a logical sense, that makes sense. From a logical standpoint, that makes sense. Danny says, "Never like all my children, more a one like live." I guess for me, I didn't give it a chance. To be fair, I mean, one like to live with my show, but that was because I gave it a chance. To be fair, even with when I first started watching General Hospital, I I watched it for 2 days and then I stopped, and then I went back, and then the following week I gave it another chance to watch it again. But it didn't take the first time though. It did not take the first time. And Andrea says, "You're out. All right. Well, you have a good day, Andrea. You have a good day." Um, what was I gonna sit there and say? But yeah, General Hospital didn't take me the first time. So, but I don't know. I mean, back then we had so many different soaps though. Ariana says there were four of us, and we all watch each other's favorites. That's why I've seen so many. Danny B, are you gonna do a live? I mean, Danny says, are you gonna do a live? I might. It depends, Danny. I actually tell you the truth, most likely not, because I'm gonna get my hair cut tomorrow. I'm gonna get my hair cut tomorrow, so I probably won't do a live stream with her. Um, if I here's the thing, if I get done my haircut before 6, like 5:30, then I'll do one. But that's only if I get right out of work and go right to the barber, and it doesn't take like all day. Janet says I watch all four. That's my girl right there. That's what's up. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get my hair cut tomorrow. So, cause I know if I don't get it done tomorrow, then like the next time I'll probably get it done is like maybe Tuesday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday, and I do want to go see the Expendables next week. So it should have been in his. Oh, it should have been his choice. Yeah, now I get that. Dolly says I actually like All My Children. It was really good. It was really one of those shows that when it was good, it was really good. Sometimes it got stupid and not in the funny way that days get stupid. Actually, like All My Children. Oh, okay. Yes. Ariana says, "Ah, see, Ariana, see, this is why we get along. This is why we get along, Ariana. This is why we get along." Yeah, I'm gonna see it next week. I saw the other ones. I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be good. But I want to see it next week, and I know it's gonna be hard for me to. I know it's gonna be hard for me to go to the movies and get my hair cut. So, Dolly says, "All My Children has some great actors and characters on there, though." See, I feel like now I could watch All My Children because I watched The Young and the Restless, and I do feel like for the most part, All My Children was more catered to an older crowd. At least I think so. Ariana says, "I think you like it." Yeah, I liked all the other ones, so I gotta see it. I gotta see it. And honestly, tell you the truth, Ariana, I miss going to the movies. I think the last movie I saw was Blue Beetle. So Danny says going to put it going to put a few more shorts today and possibly tomorrow and next week too. Sounds like you're gonna be busy. Sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on. You got a lot of videos and stuff going on. Ariana says yes. All My Children was an older crowd. See, and that's the thing. Ariana, I think in the beginning when I started watching soaps, that's why I couldn't watch The Young and the Restless. Because The Young and the Restless, I feel like it's the same vibe. It's for an older crowd. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I do feel Ariana says I like to go alone and random. I mean, to the movies? I'll say the truth, Ariana. The more I'm like learning from you, it's like the more that we have so much in common. Um, Cause I love. Here's the thing: when it comes to those movies, I love going in the mornings. 11:30 is perfect. There's hardly anyone there. It's like you have to move. It's like you have the theaters to yourself. You know. Then he says also going to put up. Then he said we're going to put up also action movies like the old school movies from the 80s and 90s. What do you? Okay. Then when you sit there and say you're gonna put up movies, what do you mean by that? You mean you're gonna talk about them, or you're gonna be showing them? I want to be very clear when you say that, Danny. Are you going to be showing these movies, or are you just going to sit there and talk about them? Like, actually, you're going to be sitting there showing us the movies, or are you just going to be talking about them? Aaron says, yes, why not was not a crowd. Yeah, and I can appreciate it now. Danny talking about them. Okay, all right. All right, that sounds like a lot of fun, then. I'm doing some different stuff on my channel as well, so I feel you on that. And Ariana says, for calling me a sweetheart. Um, Aaron says yes, movies, and yes, the earlier time, get the popcorn. We do have a lot in common. Yes, yeah, I agree, Ariana. I like going early. There's not too many people there. I go to a pretty nice one, so I don't have to worry about people talking and stuff. I don't know, I like going early. Less people and just better. Chloe says Days has lots of older actors, but it doesn't play like it's for an older crowd, and that's actually very true. It's actually very true, darling. You are 100% correct. I do. Here's the thing, though. I do. I mean, I'm glad that I've given Weinar a chance because I do like the show. But if I was if I wasn't reviewing stuff, I think I would just probably just keep the GH. To be honest, I would just literally keep the GH. Um, but because I review it, I can always find little funny moments and stuff like that to talk about, throughout these other shows. Oh, it's nap time? It's nap time? To be fair, Andrea, I usually on Saturdays, that's exactly what I'll be doing. I'll be sitting there taking a nap. I'll be sitting there taking a nap at that point. Ariana says cooking grilled chicken salad for dinner. Grilled chicken salad. Cooker, okay. Next, you have to go get a new soda. That's gonna be fun. I was like, what did I even make today? Oh, yeah, I made corned beef hash. That's what I made. But yes, that's normally what I'll be doing is sleeping. And I would sleep now, but I really want to watch this movie. Like I really want to watch this movie, and I can't think of another day that I'm gonna actually have time to sit there and watch it. So I'm like, we're gonna watch this now. We gonna watch it now. Danny says, "I've been my favorite GH. My favorite show is GH. That was my first soap show. Started watching when I was young and restless. Is my second favorite show. Young and restless. Okay. Hmm. I know for me, it's General Hospital and it's Days of Our Lives. First and second. Then Y&R and B&B is kind of usually it's Y&R to be honest, but B&B have actually topped it a couple of times. So Ariana says usually if I do my case notes, listen to the live streams, I'm done soon, and it makes more sense. Dolly says my problem with Y&R is that I don't get that into the business storylines. I barely know it. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you. I think that's another one of my biggest problems as well. They'll sit there and talk about the business and the business stuff, and Nate's a good business person. I'm just like, I haven't seen Nate do anything. What are you talking about? Yeah, Ariana, that was the first that was the character that got me into the show. Oh, Danny, you never liked B&B. Yeah, I get it. It's not for everyone. It is not for everyone. What about Days of Our Lives, Danny? But yeah, Ariana, that was the character that got me into the show was Sunny, and then Jason and Sunny. Lashanta says, I like Nina, Sunny's weakness, kryptonite to Superman. Oh, Nina is Sunny's weakness. Okay. Um, but yeah, just back to the whole Y&R thing. It's like they talk about all this business stuff and the business disjointed. It's like we never. I mean, granted, not that I really care that much about it, but like they don't even. Here's the thing: they don't even show some of the business stuff to even make you care. It's just like all these deals and this person's. It's like, but to be fair, when you talk about this business stuff, it's usually for older people. Not to sit there and say younger people can't get into the business world, but that stuff is more for older people, which is why, for the most part, Y&R it tends to draw in a lot of older people. But the problem is that they don't bother to try to get a lot of young blood in there. Ariana says yes. Then Jason came in later. And when I first started watching it in the year 2000, I think that's when Jason came back. So that was either the first or second time, but I forgot how many times he actually left. Then he says Days is a good show, and Days a good show. Watch Days in 2010. So, but Did you start watching it? And if so, Danny, why? Lashanta says, unlike Victor making Nate Adams boss. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about Victor I like. Even when I wasn't watching the show, I knew who Victor was. I didn't if I didn't know who. That's the thing about Weiner. If I didn't know who any of the character was, I knew who Victor was. Dolly says Weiner is mostly business scenarios. Days was action, adventures, supermodels, and comedy. Yeah. Spikequake says, isn't G.H. Victor on a different stuff? Yes, that is very true, Spikequake. He's on Days of Our Lives. Ariana says, I remember when Jason Byrne came on the scene. Oh, you mean the first time or when he came back? Lashata says, Victor's too low down. I don't know. I came in late in the game, so, for me, it was like all the stuff that he did, not to sit there and say it doesn't matter. It's just like I don't have the same experience of, the level of dislike for the character. Angela said, though, was black and white when I first started watching it. Oh, wow. Old school. Sparkwick says, who does he play? He plays a character named Shane Donovan. It's like Mission Impossible stuff. Think about Mission Impossible, and that's what it's pretty much kind of like. Or like it's like the WSB. That's the best way I could describe it. I mean, describe it, Spider-Quick. It's like the WSB, and he's like a really important person in like the WSB, but for days. Ariana says the first time, like Sunny, first time too. Dolly says, yeah, it's like the old 80s nightmare or nighttime soap like Dynasty, just a bunch of nice looking old billionaire characters. Kashanta says, what do you see now for him to make his son answer to Nate? Business. I honestly tell you the truth, Lashanta, I just see it as business. I see it as, Victor giving Adam X amount of chances and Adam finding a way to um blow up said chances. He's like, all right, you're gonna come back. You're gonna have somebody. You got somebody sitting there watching you. So that's how I would see it. But again, to be fair, I know that there's. I know. Here's the thing. I know that there's history between the two, but it's one of those things. I guess for me, it's hard for me to sit there and jump into it or be like taking sides between Adam and and Victor when I don't have the history that other people do. You know. Then he says nothing bad about days, just GH and Y no more. Okay. Spy Quick says they're trying to make the Sabrina scene cute, but fail miserably. It's cute for some people. I can see the appeal for some people. It didn't work for me, but you know, I ain't knocking it. Ariana says, I remember black and white soaps when they were 15 minutes long watching with my mom after school. 15 minutes long. Oof. That's a time unheard of now. That is a time unheard of. Hmm. I don't know. You know what it is? You know it's like wait, they try to make it very cutesy. I think that's what they were going for. You know, and for some people it just didn't land. Dolly says OGH, the actor who plays Victor is basically a James Bond villain. On days he's basically James Bond. Yeah, I was trying to accept it because here's the thing, Dolly. I didn't even know that much, but I know the ISA is like the WSB. So I was trying to explain it that way, but I think you actually explained it a lot better than me because I'm not. I know he was an important character, like Mission Impossible. I don't know. I thought of Mission Impossible for some odd reason, which is another movie I got to sit there and watch. Spy Quick says, and Spencer gonna learn to think with his. Okay. uh, but I think I'm gonna sit there and end the live stream right here, though. Kind of make me something else to eat and watch this movie before I get ready to come back on here tonight. Um, for members only. Then he says the reason I want to do soap show is because great shows in the community are very cool. Oh, I get you. I get you. I love it. So I ain't knocking it. Yeah, no, it's right click. No, I know where you're going. Yeah, but I'm gonna end it right here though. As much as I would well, I'm gonna be back though. I'll be back on later on tonight. I may or may not turn up, but either way, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We are going to have a lot of fun as usual. Um, yeah, listen, I do want to again. I do want to sit there and thank everyone for joining though. I do want to thank everyone for joining. This was actually a lot of fun. It's a little different on Saturdays. I'm not used to Saturday daytime, but honestly, told you, I missed everyone yesterday. I missed everyone yesterday, and like I said, it sucked. Yes, you have a great night, Danny. But it sucked yesterday because I didn't want to sit there and do it, but I was like, it's like, I just knew I wasn't in a good mood to really do anything. No, they did not. No, they did not, Spike Quake. But she wanted to do her homework, and he was like, it's me time for the most part. Dolly said Shane, John, and Steve were big action adventure heroes in the 80s. They were always rescuing Kayla, Marlena, and Kimberly from Stefano. And see, I miss those times, Dolly. I miss those times because that seems like where it was at. And also, to be fair, Dolly, I feel like if I watched it back then, I might be kind of pissed off how it is now compared to the grander scale that they used to have apparently back then. But yes, you have a good night, Dolly. You have a good night. Have a good night, Anjanetta. If you're a member, I will definitely see you well, unless I get sick or anything like that. But if everything goes well, I will see all my members um later on tonight. If you're not a member, have a great weekend. And if you want to become a member, hit the join button in any one of my videos. Gemini, oh my god, how are you doing? I'm also about to end. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. But you're a member though, so I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight. So yes, have a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Spike Quick says, since when was it nighttime? Well, you know how it is. Gemini says, what is stormy Saturday afternoon here on the East Coast? Yeah, it looks like death outside. Yeah, Spider Quake. That's exactly why I'm not getting my haircut right now, because I'm like, I'll just do it tomorrow. Nate says, I'm glad you mentioned SB. Him leaving due to the mandate was a blessing in disguise. I don't think he wanted to be at GH anymore after all that took place. I think I think that they didn't treat him well. They didn't treat him well. Him and the income. They treat him like crap, and it wasn't. They deserve better than that. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, Spike Lee. It's supposed to rain tomorrow as well. But got I got a lot of stuff to catch up to, so I'll be okay. But yes, everyone have a great day. Any collabs tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm actually gonna get my hair cut. I was gonna do something with Danny Bear. I might if I get my haircut done in time, then I will. If not, then hopefully it won't take long enough. It won't take past 8 o'clock. I want to get my haircut now because I know throughout the week it's just gonna be a nightmare. They said, I mean, look at what they did with Jason. Broke up his best paying with Sam, had his booty call with Britt, and did the same BFF wedding with Carly. Can't say I blame him for leaving the show. Yeah, I can't blame him either. You should. Spike Quick says you should do it yourself. No, no, no. I did not try. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I don't think that's actually a bad idea. One day. It's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was like, that's I was like, you're on point. You're on point. That's the thing, Spike Quick. There's a lot of times I will sit there and give you grief, but you be coming up with some very good points. I gotta sit there and say, yeah, no, you're not exactly wrong. I give you a lot of grief, Spike Quick, but you come up with some good points though. Gemini says Britt and Jason were definitely a good couple. Yeah, they and that didn't last too long because of everything that went down. Spy Quick says I blame Nina. I blame Nina and Carly though. We want to talk about that tonight. I want to hear you answer why you blame Nina and Carly for that. I don't think you're entirely wrong, but I want to hear you. I want to hear your reason why. Then we'll sit there and talk about that. What a cluster F. Gemini, what time? Oh, 8 o'clock. So 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Yes, 8 p.m. tonight. Or 8 p.m. Eastern, depending on what time zone you're in. So, Gemini, pretty much like every other stream that I do at 8 o'clock, it's going to be no different. So I hope I get to sit there and see you. So my cook says I like Nina, but she his Sunny, which forced Carly and Jason to get married. Okay. You got a point. Marsha. How you doing, Marsha? I feel so bad now. Because now Marsha came through. And I'm about to sit there and end this live stream. I'm glad to hear that. Listen, Marshall, whenever you come in here, I gotta sit there and say your name 3 times. Okay? I gotta say your name 3 times. I'm doing a lot better than I was yesterday. So I'm very happy about that, Marshall. How are you doing today? Spike Quick says not blame Carly for not telling Britt the truth because she would have kept it a secret. Yes. Yeah, and honestly, to tell you the truth, Spike Quick, I was not a fan of Carly and Jason being together. Um, I really was not. Ooh, I wasn't. Marsha said, "I love you saying my name 3 times. It brings a country." Well, I'm glad to hear that because it's just. I mean, your name is Marsha, so if I don't say it 3 times, it's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I can't sit there and just say your name once. What I look like? What do I look like? But yes, I'm gonna sit there and go. But I will be back tonight. If you're a member, definitely come through. Um, and if not, then I will see you on Monday. And if you want to be a member, click the join button. And any one of my videos, I don't know if it's going to show up on here, but any one of my other videos, definitely click the button and come through. Ariana says it seemed like Carly and Jason were forced together because they were. Because they were. Marsha said, "Thanks for coming on." Thank you for coming through, Marsha. I'm always blessed to see you. So, all right, everyone, have a great day, and yeah, I will see you on the next live stream. Laters.